This one was posted 9 months ago. Comes from AITAH. Am I the asshole for being upset that my wife got a tattoo? Me, 30 male, and my wife, 30 female, have been together for 7 years and married for 4. Before we got married, we didn't really discuss tattoos because she wasn't into them and didn't want any, and I don't really like them. If other people do, cool, that's their thing, but we weren't into them. We sometimes see family or friends get some and have both said things like, quote, "That's a design to have on them forever?" Question mark. And then we move on because it doesn't really matter what people outside of ourselves do. We have a lot of art and pictures on the walls in our house, but regularly move or replace them entirely when our vibe or styles change over time. About once a year, she does a wardrobe overhaul and changes her style drastically. I have done the same, but less regularly. We support each other in that because we know we are always changing, but also ask each other's opinions and make sure the other person thinks it looks good too. During the last year, she has decided that she wants a tattoo. I've said that I don't like the idea and brought up that part of that is because it isn't something you can easily change when you get bored of your current vibe/style like she regularly does. She said that it's her body and it doesn't affect me, so I shouldn't care, which may be true. Though, if I unilaterally decided that I wanted to grow my hair and have a long mohawk for the next 50 years, I would think she would be justified in being upset about it, even though it is my hair, which doesn't affect her. She has a therapist that she goes to regularly, and sometimes I go with her to work through some couples issues or conflicts. We talked about this with the therapist, and they essentially told her, quote, "Do whatever you want for you. He will either accept it and deal with it, or he won't and you can leave him." She got a tattoo, which looks fine, I guess, but it looks like a drawing you would see on a girl's binder in high school. She was already planning on getting more and bigger ones. Haven't said anything negative about it, but she knows that I'm upset about it and knew that I would be before she got it. Am I the asshole for being upset by this?
You're not an asshole for being upset about it, but like you can feel your feelings, but you should not be controlling your wife.
Do you think his wife is selfish for wanting the tattoo even though he doesn't want it? Or do you
No.
think he's selfish for her
That's what I'm trying to
not
wonder
wanting
why you
a
put this in.
tattoo? Because I don't know. I feel like one of them is being selfish towards it. I feel like he makes some good points, but overall I feel like hers is the better point.
I think if she didn't bring it up before and she like came home, which is also fine, and she came home and she's like, I got a tattoo without asking him, not asking him, you don't need his permission, but I would be upset too if you just randomly came home. I don't know if I would be upset. I would be more like, I would be upset why you didn't tell me about it, but I wouldn't be upset that you did it. But for her, she's expressed like she really wants a tattoo. Why does he care so much about what's on her body?
Well, it seems like he knows that she goes through vibes and styles very regularly.
So what? Like, let her deal with that. If she hates it, like, she has to hate it. Like, who cares? Like, if she wants to get it removed, she has to go through that pain and cost. Like, she has to deal with it. Like, that's actually none of your business.
They're married, so like it's kind of his business.
Yes, but it's not a tattoo that's like offensive or anything that's like embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like it's something that she wanted, something that obviously like she's wanted it so badly that she talked to her therapist about it.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason she got it. So I think he is being selfish for wanting to control her.
Where's the line for tattoos?
What do you mean?
Okay, let's say hypothetically you're against tattoos. You don't find them attractive. You don't want me to get a tattoo. And I'm over here and I'm like, listen, it's my body. I'm going to do what I want with it.
Yeah.
I'm under the understanding that I'm going to do what I want and you can either stay with me or you can't. I want this tattoo so bad that I know you hate it and you don't want it. And I'm like, I don't care. You can leave me. That's how bad I want the tattoo. Right? Because that's where their situation is at. Now, the tattoo that I want is I want the Roadrunner. And I just want it on my ankle.
Like, it's hard to ask me that because I wouldn't have an issue with it, honestly, truly.
Okay. Now I want spider webs that's on my left hand on top of my palm.
Not before the wedding.
No, you can either marry me or you don't. I'm getting this tattoo. It doesn't matter.
I think the issue for me is that he is like so adamant about controlling her. I think that's why, honestly, she's like creating resentment, and she's probably like doing it in retaliation to his.
I don't know if I would call that control, though. It's a strong dislike. They've always been on the same page about that. And then recently, she has changed. And now she is like, now I want a tattoo. Even though their whole relationship, the whole 7 years, they have talked about how they both don't like tattoos, how they commented on other people's tattoos together. It's been a conversation about them. And now she's kind of flipped the script, and now she does want one. She has all rights to want one. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, like, where's that balance between what you do for yourself, what you do for your partnership? Like, what if I went?
But this doesn't affect your partnership.
But it kind of does.
No, but it doesn't.
It kind of does.
I don't think so.
It's something that he has a strong distaste for and has made that known through the whole relationship. So I feel like if I'm getting this tattoo and I know that you don't like it, as much as I'm doing it for myself, I also know that I'm doing something that you would extremely not like. So I'm just wondering, like, where do you find that balance? Because, yeah, getting a little tattoo that, is somewhere that can't be seen isn't as bad as, like...
What's the difference, though?
Well, I mean, yeah, would you not... Okay, let's say if you didn't like tattoos, and I get a tattoo that's, like, on my shoulder, as long as you're anything but a tank top or naked, t-shirt, long sleeve, it's covering it.
But you see your partner naked all the time.
Okay, but then you're out in public and it's seen, or...
Okay, but that's my point.
Okay, I guess. Like, when you're seeing it naked, okay, but then it's like...
Being out in public, it seems like he's embarrassed then.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far. From what I've taken, it's just he doesn't like tattoos. So, but I'm just wondering, like, where's that line? Because, like you said, I get a tattoo that's on my ankle. You don't like the Roadrunner? It's no big deal. What if I get a tattoo that's on my freaking palm? It, like, changes the aspect of the tattoo of where the location is.
But that's not the case. That isn't the case here.
I guess it's kind of part. Not
no,
really.
It's not.
I guess it's not part of it. I guess it's like, yeah, I was down for her to get a tattoo, but then she got insert here as a tramp stamp. I'm not down with that.
Well, obviously, that's offensive.
Yeah.
But she didn't get anything like that. She didn't get anything absurd.
How would you feel if I came home?
I wouldn't care.
And I shaved my whole head.
You've done that before.
Or a strip in the center, and I dyed it green, and I come home with a bald head instead for a green mohawk. And I'm like, yo, this is my look.
If that's what you really wanted, like, and honestly, like, something that you really wanted to find your identity and something that you needed to be yourself, like, to, I don't know, feel yourself, like, honestly, I love you either way. Like, I honestly, it wouldn't bother me. It would bother me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it would bother me.
You just said it wouldn't bother you.
No, it would bother me. But I'm not gonna control. Like, I'm not gonna be like upset with you and control you and try to convince you not to do it. Like, if you,
I feel like if I did that, you would be like, how am I supposed to go out in public with you? You can barely handle when I wear a hat, a green Kawasaki hat. Fox hat. How are you gonna handle a green mohawk?
Okay, am I being a hypocrite a bit?
I don't know.
Maybe I am.
I honestly don't know on this one. But I think you said it earlier. It's like it's about the communication.
Yeah, like, she communicated to him that she obviously knew that he didn't like it, but this is something that she wants. Like, she obviously wants it so badly that she talked to her therapist about it. Like, I don't know. Like, that to me screams that, like, it's important to her. It's important for for him to accept her.
I do agree with that. On the other side, does it also say I care way more about myself than us that you're still willing to make that decision?
I think it's the other way around. I would be
Think so?
offended. I would be offended if you care so much about like my body that you're like gonna be upset and stuff and like.
I do kind of agree with that. No, I do agree with that. Like, it's your
like,
body. Like, you could really do anything that you wanted
also,
to do,
it's like
and I would be
superficial. Like,
yeah.
It's nothing. Like, nothing about me has changed. Like, do you not love me anymore? Like, is it just your my appearance that you like? Like,
Right? Yeah, I agree with that. So, top comment: to love someone is to attend 1,000 funerals of the person they once were. Forgot who said that, but one of my favorite reminders.
damn,
That's deep.
damn.
That's fucking deep. That's so deep. Second top comment. Once back in the day, when I was in my mid-30s, my now ex-wife got a tattoo, and I got upset. It was not about the tattoo, but I didn't know it at the time. In the end, I think it was about her. Fear that things have changed and were changing with both of us, and we had not grown and changed together. My current wife has several tattoos and is wanting some more. She's the woman underneath the ink. The ink doesn't change who she is at all. It's her expressing herself. She is beautiful. I love her completely. Not the asshole for expressing your concerns to her, but think about what really scares you here. I'm not saying you have grown apart. I don't know that. But the impetus to mentally resist this change probably has root ties to other insecurities. Seek them out and beat them dead. Love your wife and her tattoos.
I fully agree with that.
I fully agree with that too. Yeah, 100%.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
So glad we're on the same page.
Now, we were on the same page the whole time.
Okay.
I'm just wondering like where the balance is
Okay.
in different situations. I want my Roadrunner tattoo on my ankle now.
Do it.
I've been thinking about getting a tattoo for a while.
I know.
I've been talking about it a bit. I just
know.
can never make the commitment to it.
Yeah. It is gonna be on your body forever.
Right? I was thinking of getting something like behind my left shoulder. But like maybe like a little kid holding balloons. Like a Banksy freaking thing. Like, you know, Banksy holding the red balloon and the Banksy thing.
Like the kid from It.
Kind of like the kid from It, yeah. I want 2 balloons, and one represents my grandpa and grandma.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a big commitment.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I always like, my friends, like, they always got, like, tattoos, like, sleeves and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, that's...
Who has a sleeve?
Dustin has a sleeve.
Oh.
Dirt bike, and he got, like, chain and sprocket and pistons. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I would love that stuff, but, like, that's a big commitment. It's not for me. I don't know. I couldn't, but who knows, you know, maybe in a couple of years, I'm going to want a tattoo.
Probably not.
Well, if I did get a tattoo, you're cool with that?
Yeah.
You know what tattoo I want that you won't let me get?
What?
You don't know? What tattoo have I asked for and you said no? Not allowed.
What?
Vetoed that.
Fox?
Vetoed the shit. No, what?
I don't know.
I want to put a fox logo on my body.
I don't know what you're talking about. BMW.
No, my ring finger. I want to replace the wedding band with a tattoo. I am 100% down to get a tattoo wedding band.
I didn't say you can't get a wedding band
You said it
ring.
can't replace the ring.
Yes.
It's basically the same thing.
No. All right, let's move on.
Yes, back to you.